sometimes girls, they are saying short men are this and that, and they are categorizing, right? They're saying all the men, but it's not like the trait makes every kind of short man the same. They're still all different human beings. And even though I have a short man work club, a community company just for short men below 173 centimeters, which you can, by the way, join. Discord, Telegram is below and link in the description. It's not like I am building what I like is a little bit of. Sorry, I got to. It's not like I'm building something which I'm saying like every short guy is the same. I'm saying that, you know, there's a trait, the height, and that height impacts a short man and a man a lot in general. And so I want to take this trait and make a community and company, because this trait impacts us a lot, but it doesn't make the same personalities. It makes the same pain and suffering, but not the same beliefs and same actings, right? You're not a follower of me, you're just a part of a human inside a group to get those networks in and to build those insane amounts of real life achievements and you know, live together and kind of have less and everything. More soon. Let's jump straight into the video. Come on, short man.
The worst part about being a short guy isn't the fact that you statistically make less money than taller men. It isn't the fact that you're seen as almost invisible to a lot of girls in the dating market. It isn't the fact that you have a natural disadvantage in sports and really any sort of physical activity. And it isn't even the fact that you'll have a higher likelihood of mental issues like depression, anxiety, and even you know what. The worst part about
it's so crazy that you can't say those words. I literally had to quit my video because I can't. YouTube, you can't say that word. Wow, okay.
Short man in today's world is that other people will try to gaslight you into believing that your personality is the problem. You're just a shit human being.
Always, bro.
We all know that society has this weird obsession.
Shout out to this guy. Join the short man
well club. You are, the more
I'm comment that. Join the short man work club. That's the only way. That's the only way. That's the biggest cult company. For short man, you gotta be inside of it.
Value you have as a human being. At least for men, that is. For women, it really doesn't matter as much. But as a guy, today's world isn't exactly a friendly place for those who didn't win the genetic lottery. If you watch this video...
Wait a second. Gotta check something real quick. Okay, perfect. I'm sorry.
All the way till the end, which you should, you'll understand that the point of it is not to complain. The main reason why I'm making this video is because I genuinely want to use whatever platform I have to speak up for those who I think are treated badly and whose struggles are oftentimes completely overlooked. So let's just start off with some cold hard basic facts. Short men statistically make less money.
It's crazy that I'm the only guy that has thought of building this for short men. Like, there's so many kind of channels and everything, but nobody actually, you know, wants to kind of pursue something together and have this manly manhood that is needed in today's society to kind of do something. So many incels and everything, I'm gonna pick them up.
Men are statistically less likely to have success in dating, and like it or not, many women automatically disqualify men under a certain height. Short men have a natural disadvantage in sports, and it's really almost impossible to become a pro athlete.
Wait a second, I want to do something real quick. Video capture. Bup. Wait, I think. Wait, so because I want to test something. So if I do this, I do invert, transform, rotate, flip, horizontal. Wait, is that better? Is that better? Maybe let's try this, okay? Let's go. Let's keep going.
In any sport that doesn't have weight divisions. And of course, short men are more likely to suffer from mental issues like anxiety, depression, and even more likely to turn to the rope. Bearing in mind all those facts, it really wouldn't be unreasonable to say that being a short man in today's world is almost similar to living with a mild disability. And on top of that, if you also happen to be, let's say, ugly or have some kind of social disability like autism, you're basically living life life on X Games mode at that point.
Yeah.
And that's okay. There are always people in life who are going to be disadvantaged in some ways. But the problem I see is that heightism, or whatever you want to call it, is never treated as a serious issue. It's completely swept under the rug, and you're treated like you're crazy if you think that height might be playing a factor in your life. Because whenever a short guy mentions that his height might be a legitimate issue, they'll immediately be surrounded by people saying things like, just work on your personality, bro. Just get rid of your limiting beliefs. Try some new hobbies and go outside.
Fact.
Oh, I know a guy who's shorter than you and he gets girls, so height obviously isn't the problem. Just be yourself and put yourself out there, bro. There's someone for everyone.
And it's
As
always
someone
tall
who
people
does
saying
know
that.
a bit about psychology, I can tell you that this kind of stuff is literally textbook gaslighting, and even a very mild form of mental abuse. Of course, that's not the intention, as people generally don't mean harm and might actually want to help you. But the way that they do it
It's
is a way
crazy how
that
he is like describing those things so clearly, and like everything in this video, it's just like, it's like, why are we watching this video? Because everything is so clear. You don't even need to say this, bro.
completely invalidates your lived experiences, minimizes and degrades your emotions, and causes you to misinterpret your own reality. It makes you think that it's your fault for all the problems in life. And in case you think I'm exaggerating and saying this is a very mild form of mental abuse, let me just give you one quick analogy that'll shatter everything. Imagine that you're talking to a member of the LGBTQ community. They tell you that they've been dealing with a lot of discrimination due to their sexuality, and it's genuinely affecting many areas of their life and having a negative impact on their mental well-being. And then imagine if what you told them is that, no, you're not actually discriminated against. People only treat you badly because your personality is not good enough. You just need to get a better personality. I know an LGBTQ person who's doing just fine in life, so it's clearly not because you're discriminated against. Stop being a victim. Fix up your limiting beliefs,
actually.
man. If you dared to say this kind of shit in 2024,
Bro, why is there rice behind you cooking up?
against that community, for example, you'd literally have riots started against you. You'd be violated worse than P. Diddy on his first night in prison. But when someone treats a short person like this and invalidates their issues by saying that it's just their personality and that it's their fault for their problems in life, it's treated as okay and completely normal.
It's normal. It's normal. Come on, guys. It's normal.
In 2024,
What is normal?
you have all kinds of
Come on, guys. It's normal.
In 2024, you have all kinds of isms now. Racism, sexism,
Heightism.
classism, ageism, autism.
Why is heightism not there?
But no one talks about this issue of heightism. Once again, the purpose of this video isn't to complain, because at the end of the day,
Yeah, it's like it's a fact of a fact. If you're a true man, you don't complain. You just realize and deep dive into what you can prove.
complaining doesn't solve any issues. The purpose of this video is to point out an issue that I feel is completely overlooked. Because really, the first step
That's why
towards
you need a short
improving
man
your
walk
life
up.
is to correctly diagnose the problems that you have. And like it or not, height or lack thereof is a problem. It impacts almost everything.
Bro, this guy is like true Vietnamese. You got the mangoes in the back, the rice in the
Your
back.
social life, dating, even the professional world. And many short men who have struggled all their lives in these areas don't even know that their height is a major reason behind these struggles. Instead, what they do is excessively blame themselves for their issues. Imagine that you're a short guy,
Fact.
let's say
Well,
5'6",
but
for
if you
example.
if you're short and you don't get, like, I have become so, like, I'm so well, like, I've so well analyzed of myself in my life that I know Short Man World Club was necessary. And those men are not even getting that it's the height. Like, if you don't get it that it's your height, you're probably too stupid.
Lived your whole life being told that your personality is the issue behind everything. And then let's say in a social setting, you get treated badly by someone or even rejected by a girl. What ends up happening on a psychological level is that you internalize blame and begin to question every little thing about yourself. Where did I go wrong? Was it my body language? Was it the way I talked? Did I accidentally say something inappropriate? Did I say too much? Was I too awkward? Did I make a bad joke? Was I too direct with things? Am I not not alpha enough. Basically, you end up becoming completely neurotic, and this happens tens, hundreds, thousands of times throughout the course of your life. So after years and years of blaming yourself on a subconscious level, you'll obviously lose confidence.
Bro, this guy's
and
wild. The
self-esteem
video and the music background, everything is crazy.
over time. This is why a lot of short people end up as depressed, lonely outcasts who've never felt the touch of a woman. I don't mean that in like a offensive way.
And I would suggest you to try Southeast Asia.
It's just true. And ironically, all of this accumulated damage to your self-esteem actually
Because at the end of the day, you have to save yourself, right? Like, no one's gonna come, so might as well get to countries and be named the passport bro, which is like, yeah, I'm proud of that. Like, what? Passport bro? Like, what? Who even cares, bro? It's like, imagine...
does end up making you a worse person. It does make you have a shit personality in the end. Take someone who has literally the best personality ever. Someone who is smart, funny, emotionally intelligent, well-spoken, all of that. Even them, if you reinforce to them, whether directly or indirectly, on a daily basis that their personality is a problem, that they have a shit personality, and they begin to believe it, then their personality will eventually go to shit because you become what you believe.
That's one of the best.
with
That's
telling
one of the
people
craziest points ever. That's one of this. Every woman has to hear this exact thing here.
who are short, and they begin on a daily basis that you reinforce to them someone who is smart, funny, emotionally intelligent, well-spoken, all of that. Even them, if you reinforce to them, whether directly or indirectly, on a daily basis that their personality is a problem, that they have a shit personality, and they begin to believe it, then their personality will eventually go to shit because you become what you believe. That's the problem with telling people who are short or even just like unattractive or whatever, that their personality is the problem. Anyways, if you're a short guy who's doing well in life right now, don't worry about anything I've said. Just keep doing what you're doing because obviously it's working. But if you do happen to be a short guy who stumbled across this video and you are struggling a bit in life, just consider the fact that your personality might not be the problem. Just allow yourself to actually be yourself for once instead of blaming yourself as society has conditioned you.
Yeah, and you're always trying to
Of
like,
course,
yeah, have to like look overly tough, but yeah, just fuck it. Like,
that doesn't actually solve the problem of being short, but it's at least a good first step to take if you happen to be in a rough spot mentally. Because if the world won't treat you well, then you at least owe it to yourself to treat yourself with some level of compassion. Now, I'm not saying to just give up on life, to not care about your place in the world and not try to improve.
bro, he has like every dish in the background.
In fact, it's the opposite. The only reasonable
It's not even
approach
related to the height.
to live life as a short guy in today's world is to ruthlessly improve yourself in every single other area of life that you actually can control. Because the truth is that when you're already dealing with a severe disadvantage in one area of life, you can't afford many others. You can't afford to also be very ugly. You can't afford to also be fat. You can't afford to also be poor. You can't afford to be extremely socially awkward. You can't afford to also be depressed and have bad mental health. So obviously work on yourself, that goes without saying, but do so with the knowledge that it's going to be more difficult than it is for other people. You might have to work 10 times as hard as the next person to get half of their results. That's just the way it is. It sucks, and I know what it's like. I'm 5'6", and for 20 years of my life, I was a miserable
Gotta get bro in the
social
short and
outcast
walk
who never had even a single girl attracted to me. I needed to do all of the autistic, looks-maxing, self-improvement shit for a whole entire year just so that I could get my first girlfriend. I needed to go to the gym and get in insane shape, change my hairstyle, buy nicer clothes, consciously work on improving my
I think short hair would fit him better though.
social skills, all of that stuff. And honestly, that kind of sucks because a lot of people simply don't have to do all
Or
of
just
that.
go to like China or Vietnam.
They don't have to do the most because the truth is that attraction and relationships are meant to be a natural human thing, not something that you have to fight tooth and nail for like you do if you're extremely short. I've seen the people who grew up around me who were lucky enough to be born reasonably tall and good looking. They go through life with a healthy self-esteem,
Yeah, it's
from
just
being
like
treated
happening to
well,
them.
get into relationships during their teenage years as they grow and mature, and they carry that experience with them for the rest of their lives. They were always loved for who they were and progress through life and society in a very natural and healthy way. Not saying that they had everything handed to them, but they didn't necessarily, like I said, have to battle for their place in the sun. Meanwhile, someone like me, and maybe you who's watching this, who is short and unattractive, we will never be loved for the way that we were born. We can still achieve success and be admired and appreciated for that, but we will always have to work for the things that come naturally for us. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is though. I personally learned to accept and make peace with my fate, acknowledging that the world...
Bro, you're kind of like a robot. Please be more
fair,
like
we
human.
don't live in a peaches and creamville, but that doesn't stop me from trying to be the best version of myself, and neither should it stop you. There's not always an easy solution or quick fix, but if you try, you can at least improve your chances.
Bro,
And
his
at the very least, you
eyes
can live
are
with the version of
bad, bro.
myself.
What's going on here, bro?
Neither should
Bro, you look the same. Are you asleep, bro?
it stop you. There's not always an easy solution or quick fix, but if you try, you can at least improve your chances. And at the very least, you can live with a level of dignity, knowing that you did try. Even if you don't achieve your goals or become more successful than the next person, you can't afford all of this. You have. It's just their version.
Okay, solid video. I'll see you. Bye-bye.